Hey, what's up, everybody? I'm just gonna do a review of this Marvel Legends Walmart exclusive Black Panther figure. I got this guy off of eBay. Actually bought him this past Monday, January the 9th, and got him in today in the mail, January the 13th, Friday the 13th. The seller was based in the U.S., so it's not from Hong Kong or anything like that. If you just search for him, you can probably find him. But since he got them in the mail, or since he got them already, he also had the Invisible Woman, the Walgreens exclusive one. But I wasn't able to get her. But I know a couple of people on Instagram who got her, and so expect this guy to be in the stores pretty soon. I would say probably within the next month or two. But he's a Walmart exclusive, so enough of that. Here's the packaging. It says Walmart exclusive. There's the figure. Then there's the logo on top. On the side, there's the picture. Sorry for the lighting, from might be a little blurry, but there's the artwork. It says here, with his claws sharp and his eyes set on the target, on his target, Black Panther's ready to pounce. So he's not a part of any wave, not like the Vision. I'm sorry, not Vision. The Namor and Punisher that was released earlier this year or earlier last year. It doesn't have like what part of the wave he's just there he is. So let's get started. Again, you gotta excuse me. I'm not a professional reviewer, so just give me a moment, right quick. You can hear my monotone voice, but I'm not a professional reviewer and stuff like that. I gotta do it the traditional way. So just bear with me a minute while I open them up. Okay, here we go. Here he is. Okay, hold on. All right, here we go. Again, I do apologize about that. I'm not a professional reviewer, so just bear with me. But here he is. He is on the standard Bucky cap mode. I'm not going to go into the details about the articulation because if you got one Bucky cap figure, you got them all. There's no difference. Here's a head sculpt. I might redo this video because I know it might not come out the best. But compared to the previous one, I think it was at the Hit Monkey or Rocket Raccoon Panther that was released a couple years ago. This is, the black doesn't have that blue wash like the previous one. And I got to figure I should do a side by side comparison as well as to the Civil War Black Panther. The boots, again, it's not as it's similar to the previous comic version, but it's not quite the same. It goes the belt, the claws, the cape itself. I think this was from the Doctor, or not Doctor, the Adam. I forgot what the name of it. I'm sorry. I'm kind of hungover or whatever and stuff. But the cape was used previously. Forgot what figure. Yeah, Adam Warlock. Now I remember it was the Adam Warlock cape. So, and he comes with removable hands. I guess these are like kind of regular hands that he can go with. He got a necklace. I think that's the necklace that came with the White Tiger figure. And he got the spear, which is the same spear that came with the Craven figure that was released 2 years ago, 2015. So this is Hasbro, so they like to reuse a lot of parts. So there is nothing new about this guy at all. I mean, it's all used parts, all reused parts. This Hasbro, so it's to be expected. But here's the background. It's like kind of like the Wakanda background, African background. Anyways, but like I said, it's a bucket cap mode. So you have one bucket cap figure, whether it's Batroc or Daredevil or Cyclops, whichever Cyclops, the Marvel Now Cyclops or the X-Men, Cyclops, basically any Bucky Cat figure that was used on this mode, Bucky Cat mode, the last what 3 4 years. Standard articulation. It's nothing. So I'm not gonna go into all that stuff. I know some reviewers they like to go into depth with that, but I'm not gonna do all that because you have one, you have them all. There's nothing. I'm not gonna go into all that. So okay, there's that. Compare them to the previous one. Like I said, they're identical. You know, they're identical. You know, only difference is the older one. Has this blue wash, which I guess is kind of reflecting how Jack Kirby and I believe John Buscema, sorry if I mispronounced his name, and other artists during the 60s and 70s, the way they drew Black Panther, the way it was colored, and some people complain about it being too, the blue being too stands out too much, which I personally didn't have a problem with it too much because it reflects how he was drawn and colored in the comics from the 60s and early 70s. I mean, his later appearances, like in the 80s and 90s, until he changed his costume, is pretty much not like this. Pretty similar to this one, but they're the exact figure. There's no difference between. I'm not gonna go into too much in depth. In excuse me, I can barely talk right now. He does have this belt. I know I've seen this belt with Daredevil. This one doesn't. So if you're a completist, then you're gonna obviously want to get this figure. But if you already have this figure, you probably wouldn't need to get this one. I mean, but get this one's cheaper. It's gonna be available at Walmart. Should be in stores, sometime in February. Right now it's January 13th. So I got this guy off of eBay, like I said, from a seller in New York. He had them in stock. He had limited ones in stock. He also had the Invisible Woman, but I wasn't able to get her. But he's in the U.S. in New York City, so I ordered him Monday. Got him today, which is Friday. Less than a week. So expect this guy to be in stores within the next month or so. Also, here is the MCU, the Civil War Black Panther. I still don't know if this is I don't think this is a Bucky Cap mode. I think this is a totally new mold. But it's similar, the black and everything. Again, I'm not a professional reviewer. I'm not like Shartimus Prime or JC or the other reviewers who do it. I'm an amateur. So, but and I do have the old Toy Biz one as well, Black Panther, but I just don't feel like digging them out because he's in my bin of figures, which, Black Panther is one of my favorite characters. So I'm going to collect all of them. I don't have the Marvel Select one because he's too big. I don't really collect Marvel Select except for like certain figures like the Ultron and the Juggernaut, which, I replaced the Juggernaut since the X-Men wave. I'm going off topic. Anyways, again, this guy is going to be a Walmart exclusive. He should be coming out within the next month or so. I don't know exactly when. Again, like I said, if you have this one already, this Black Panther, there really isn't a reason to get this one. Now, if you're a complete, I'm not a completist. I don't have every single Marvel Legend figure, but I wanted this guy, and the seller was selling them, at a pretty decent rate. I didn't pay I paid like $45 for him. It was like $39 plus like shipping, so it came up to 35. And so me, I like to get my figures a little early. What I'm saying? So I'll be willing to pay a little bit extra for it. But if you have the previous Black Panther that Hasbro released, then you don't need to get this one. But if you don't have that Black Panther from the previous one, definitely get this one because Black Panther is an essential character in the Marvel Universe. Sorry, it's not, camera's not really fading. I do apologize about this, guys. I might redo this video, but Black Panther is an essential character in the Marvel Universe. He's been around for over 50 years. Was very prominent in Civil War last year, the movie. He will have his own movie coming out in 2018. I'm really excited for that. So he's an essential character. Was married to Storm of the X-Men. He was an Avenger. He's part of the Ultimates now. So he's very essential character, and it's a cool figure. I like him. I would probably have him as my in my display of modern Avengers. Like I'll keep this one in like my Silver Age Avengers lineup, and he'll go in my modern stage or display of figures. But you can't go wrong. It's a good figure. Like I said, staring articulate. I'm not gonna go into all the articulation or whatever and stuff about it, because, like I said, you have one figure on this mold, you have them all. There's no difference in all. Articulation, everything is the same. It's a cheaper alternative to buying this guy, because on eBay, this guy is like the cheapest I've seen him was like 35, and that's what I bought him for. So I didn't buy him when he initially came out. I bought him because when he came out initially, was out of the game for collecting figures, so I bought him late. But I got him for $35. But hopefully, if you still want this guy instead, when this guy comes out, hopefully it will drive the price down for him. I know this guy was expensive when he came out initially. I got him initially during the initial wave. I got him overseas before the wave was released last year. So I got the whole entire wave like months before, everybody else. But all right, but yeah, this is a good alternative to the old Hasbro one. I mean, I know a lot of customizers, they were just getting a regular bucket cap and painting him black and using the hands from a different figure, but it's a good alternative. So like, dislike, comment, or whatever. Peace.